external mic. Hopefully you can hear me now. Can you hear me now? Craig, can you give me an okay, pal? Hopefully that's better. I might have to restart this and come back in. That's better. Thanks, Darren. Looks beautiful. It is. Wait a minute, I'm going to turn it round. As I say, you don't want to see me. There we go. Looking from the castle walls, overlooking Salzburg. We've got the Alps in the distance. Shame it's not a bit clearer, but this was the only day I could do this. Thanks, Craig. Absolutely beautiful, Darren. It really is. I can just make out the comments as well. That's why I've put it on portrait rather than landscape. But anyway, there we go. Standing right on top of the castle. Now, I don't know if you can see it, but that's the control tower for Salzburg Airport in the distance. See if I can zoom in a wee bit. Should allow me to. Maybe not. Go to the other side and you can see it on the other side. Excuse me. The Gestatta Alpa coming down towards the valley, and you come in the aircraft, you actually come in up over Salzburg and in that way, because you've got the high Alps in the distance. You can just see the top of one of the mountains coming through. Craig, it was formed in the 1400s. Amazing how they built these places that long ago without the modern equipment, and it sits right in the top of a volcanic plug, which is obviously a volcanic plug is a plug that comes out of a volcano, and it forms. It's by Ailsa Craig off the coast of Scotland and Arthur's Seat in Edinburgh. It's a beautiful view. I'm actually too warm. I've got my anorak on and I've had to take it off. But anyway, thanks for joining me, guys. I was going to try something later on when I get into the old town, but I know that the signal can be a bit iffy down there, and at the moment actually I'm only showing about one bar. You can get higher up in the castle, but it's difficulty is filming because it's so busy. Hi, Anne-Marie, thanks for joining me, appreciate it. So there we are, overlooking Salzburg. Dan, far too kind. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So there we are. I came in on the train this morning, virtually up there where the high mountains are. Came right the way up there into Salzburg along there. There's the Bahnhof. There's the railway line down there next to the canal. Hi, Jesse. How you doing, pal? I presume you're back from Canada. So there we are. That's a wee bit of Salzburg. Is now that I'm up here, I'm kind of stuck because to come up, you have to get the funicular, and it really gets very busy in the funicular. I don't know if you can see down there, but there's actually a restaurant which it's called the Panorama Bar, but it's closed on a Sunday, would you believe? So there we are. As I said earlier on, Salzburg Airport's over there, where we flew into yesterday. I did a travel day video yesterday, and unfortunately, the mist was right over the valley because I left Glasgow at 6:30, so it didn't have time to clear by the time we got here. So there's not a lot of views. Hopefully it'll be a wee bit different going out because it's an 11 o'clock flight going back. So there we are, a wee bit of the panorama of Salzburg. I don't think this will recalibrate to landscape. No, it's not. So there we are from the top of Hohem Salzburger. When we came up this morning, it was actually a bit clearer than this. The mist has come up again. It tends to happen when the sun comes up and it obviously burns off some of the water and the snow. So I'm just on for a wee short time because there's not much else I can show you looking over Salzburg. I'll try and get back on when I go down into the old town. Hopefully, if I do it sort of impromptu, some of you will be able to join in. I'll catch up, Jassy, with your Canadian vlogs when I get back. The Wi-Fi in Zellamzee can be a bit temperamental because you're right at the side of the lake and in the valley. But I've got some nice videos I took yesterday of Zellamzee during the day and at night. So funny, David. I was here 37 years ago, and again, I just passed through Salzburg on my way to Westendorf to go skiing. So where has that 37 years gone? And Salzburg was actually, it's a big, big town. I think it's got a population of about 159,000. I think it's the second biggest city in Austria after, of course, Vienna. Some of the old palaces down there, some absolutely beautiful architecture around, which I've filmed earlier on. As I say, thanks so much for joining me. I was hoping it would clear up a wee bit, but I don't think it's going to. There we go. I think I've shown you enough of that. You'll be bored to tears. The plan is it's tomorrow's a ski day. I'm going to do a lot of videos of me skiing because at the end of the day, it's just a niche audience. But I will do some vlogs from the top of the mountain because hopefully it'll clear up tomorrow and I can get some beautiful views to show you because one of the ski areas at Kaprun, which is only a 5-minute bus ride from Zellamzee, you can get up to virtually the Hochsalve at 3,000 metres. So the view apparently is absolutely fantastic. So hopefully we'll get that tomorrow and I can show you a wee bit from the top there because it shows you the entire Alps. Actually, if I look down there, just over there, the road out of Salzburg Airport takes you down the valley, and you take a shortcut through Germany to get to Zellamzee, which is over in that direction. And the shortcut takes you past Berchtesgaden, which of course was the Eagle's Lair where Hitler had the Berghof. So that was quite interesting going past that for any World War II type buffs. But anyway, I'm glad some of you could join me today. I really appreciate it. And thanks, Dan. That was far too generous. You didn't need to do that. So there we are. I'll give you one last view from the top of the Hohen Salzburger Castle. Okay. So as I say, I'm going to jump back on hopefully later when I'm down in the old town. And if you're about, certainly join me. As I say, I'm going to have to play that one by ear because I couldn't even show you around more of the castle because when you get inside, I noticed my phone wasn't picking up a signal because these walls are about 20 odd feet thick. So obviously it just nullifies the signal and there's no Wi-Fi up here. Yeah, I know, Anne Marie. It's that because of the fact it's been set up as that, because I was having difficulty with the gimbal earlier on. My apologies. But anyway, there you go. And it won't allow me to turn round, so I'm sorry about that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sign off now. As I say, thanks for joining me. I'm going to go back down on the funicular, back down to the old town, and I'm going to do a wee bit of filming there. Thanks so much, and thank you, Dan, for that super chat. It's so appreciated. But anyway, more vlogs to come from ZLMZ when I get time to edit them. As I say, it's not too clever Wi-Fi in the hotel, so once I get a place where it's Wi-Fi's a bit decent, I can start doing a bit of editing. But thanks for joining me. Appreciate it. See you in the next one.